Good afternoon, judges. Today we will be presenting on our product, the Intelligent Rehabilitative Slider. I'm Lizette. This is Daniel, Mark, Barry, and Brian.
Before we begin, this is a quick intro to how we split our work. Brian focused on research and gathering possible solutions. Mark, Barry, and I work on the hardware and software, and Zach work on presenting our product.
So strokes are one of the most common diseases globally, with especially high incident rates in Asia, which can be seen in the graph here, with the dark red spots indicating these incident rates. In 2021, China alone had over 25 million prevalent cases of stroke, which accounted for almost a third of all cases worldwide, highlighting the problem in this Asia-Pacific region. Over half of these stroke patients experience upper limb impairments, and they require arm rehabilitation to regain functional controls of their arms. However, recovery is neither quick nor easy. To understand the schedules and procedures behind this, we interviewed a rehab specialist, Dr. Shen, and this is what she said.
We usually do the rehabilitation as frequent as possible until the patient's condition stabilizes. For example, during the early stage of stroke, we suggest rehabilitation at least 2 to 3 times per day.
2 to 3 times per day means hundreds of appointments throughout the course of a patient's therapy. These appointments will be hard to manage and keep track of, and traveling to clinics can also be time-consuming and challenging, especially for elderly patients. As for current robotics therapy, the machines are expensive, stationary, and require clinical supervision as they are made for clinical use. This means that the market for a safe and structured home-based therapy is completely undeveloped, and there's a gap between what the patients need and what is provided for them. Thus, we have decided to create a product to fill this gap, to improve the therapy process.
The target audience for our product will be the arthritis, will be the stroke patients previously mentioned, arthritis patients, and people suffering from Parkinson's disease, as well as anyone else who is in need of arm rehabilitation. The commonality between many of these patients is that they require long-term care, which will require a significant amount of time and resources.
Once a patient has access to our product, they are able to use it anytime and anywhere, especially in the comforts of their own homes, removing the need for constant travel to clinics. Our machine is equipped with multiple sensors that detect arm movement and muscle activity so that doctors are still updated on the patient's progress from a far distance. Our machine provides 3 modes of therapy that adapt as the patient improves, ensuring that each rehabilitation stage is tailored to the patient's current abilities.
The therapy provided by our product will take place in 3 phases that are shown in video demonstration in the next few slides. In the first mode, we want to maintain patient's current range of motion, so the movement will completely led by the machine. In the second mode, the goal is to build muscle strength of our patients, so the patient will do the movement while the machine follows. In the third mode, the purpose is to continue the muscle endurance for our patients, so the patients will do the movement completely by himself without getting any resistance from the machine here.
So this is what the patients will be seeing when they start rehabilitation. This is a web page that will control all 3 modes. Right now you can see all 3 modes, but on user interfaces, only the start button will be shown since the modes will be predetermined by the patient's doctors. In the first mode, the machine completes all movements on its own, guiding the patient through various patterns, such as squares and diagonal lines. The light on the machine here and on the website here will synchronize, showing the direction that the machine will be moving in, allowing the patient to focus on whichever display, physical or digital, is more comfortable. This is the first mode of therapy. So for our second mode of therapy, the patient will initiate the movement while the machine follows along to assist. Here, the patient's goal is to move in the direction indicated by the light on the machine, the green light on the machine, and on the website. After they've moved to the designated area, a point will be added to their score, which can be seen here. Then, the machine will guide them back to the center in the direction of the blue light. This process will repeat for a total of 10 times, but can be varied depending on the patient's progress. And after it is finished, the scores will be shown in both table and graph format. In our third mode, the patient completes all movement on its own, once again moving in the indicated directions of the lights. Here, the machine is simply used to keep track of development and will only be used to guide the patient back to the center. Procedures are the same as mode 2, with the green light indicating the forward direction and the blue light indicating the returning direction. And it will once again run for 10 runs, but can also be varied. And after the 10 runs, the scores will be shown here. So along with our machine, we would like to suggest the usage of a surface electromyography sensor, which can help detect the electrical signals in the muscle. This will show how the muscles are being controlled and the initiation time of muscle activation. Data will be kept and compared, as increased EMG amplitude indicates increased muscle activity, and these improvements are often not visible to the eye. So this will also help the doctors in determining the patient's progress and the appropriate mode of therapy. As you can see in the video, when the patient is releasing strength from the muscles, there will be lots of lines, but when the patient is at rest, the lines will be flat. For ICT, we developed our machine around 2 core goals: simplicity and safety. Our hardware is made of a relatively lightweight frame that is at around a carryable weight for easy access, and a kill switch that ensures safe movement so that the machine can be turned off in case of emergencies. Our software will log all the data onto our webpage and allow for both the patients and doctors to view it on their own devices. As for security purposes, no sensitive health information will be loaded onto our web pages, and only performance metrics such as the scores and EMG amplitudes previously mentioned will be shown. And finally, for reliability, this can be confirmed through our multiple sensors on our machines, countless tests run by our team, and backed up by Dr. Shen's comments, who we saw earlier and will be seeing again next, with both her feedback and some future suggestions.
Due to its portability, I think it's convenient for patients to continue their training program at home, so they can improve their eye motor control, and also in the advanced protocol, they can improve add in the cognitive impairment training and hand visual coordination. We also need to do the more delicate control, like the finger to thing without pincer grasp to touch. So maybe we can use the handle-like controller to do the gross motor training, and the smaller one to do the pincer grasp training.
So as you can see, this is what our machine looked like during our visit to Dr. Shen. And between the time and now, we have already implicated her suggestion of a handle-like control on our machine. As for other future innovations, we would like to add more direction indicators, such as sound, to help those with other physical impairments more easily access our device. We would also like to add a customization for arm wingspan, as it may be uncomfortable for some people with longer or different sized arms to utilize our devices. For future partners, we would like to work with rehabilitation centers, senior care facilities, to improve the therapy process for their patients. But we would also like to consider working with some gaming companies to possibly design more interactive therapy experiences so that the patients would feel more motivated to utilize our device. So our device doesn't hope to replace the clinics at all, but we just want to support them by providing a better experience for their patients, and we hope that through our device they were able to make a proper and healthy recovery. Thank you. So now before we do Q&A, we would like to do a quick demo on our device right now. So because the space is limited, the motions will be kind of small, but yeah, we're trying to make it work here. So when he moves it forward, it will move back in the opposite direction that he moved it in, no matter if it was the right or wrong direction. And the scores will be added on the computer here. So right now, this is the second mode of therapy. So the machine will sort of guide his arm while he makes the first movement. And then the scores will be shown, but as this is the first run, there will only be a singular dot on our graph tip chart. Yep, thank you.